Hello, and welcome to the ENG YNPL Review Show, where today we're going to be talking about who were the movers and the shakers of the under-14, under-15 South, who are the teams to watch in the under-12s North, and we talk about the nail-biting games from the weekend, and we have guest India from Rivington, and joining us is Richard from ENG Sports UK. How you doing, bud? Don't forget to comment, by the way, everybody.
Yeah, all good, mate. I'm happy that we got the first kind of four rounds done in the South. Very successful. A lot of enthusiasm there from new teams and teams that have been with us for a long time. It's nice to not turn up and have teams tell us our balls are cheap and can we swap balls and get demand that they go certain places, demand this, demand that. It's nice to have people who work with us now instead of divas and people who think the world revolves around them. So it's a good start to the season. Really good start.
Good start to the show. Let's have comments on that, people. Oh dear. Right. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's really good. We had a really exciting week. Some really good games in the under-14s, under-15 Southern Conference. Another giant killer, another upset. So that's two upsets now this season. Games that have gone against the grain already. So it's looking like going to be a really exciting season. And when we look at the fixtures, especially for the under-15s North, under-15 South, the round two ones. Yeah. I can tell you this now, I've never seen nothing like it in round two before in my life. So different, and that's happened by accident as well, because again, teams that weren't meant to win won. So now literally we have the top five playing each other, the bottom five playing each other. So literally, depending on what happens, the whole league could be literally everyone could be on the same points like going into round three. So everyone's going to believe they're going to win the league. So
that's what we like to see. Come on, open it up. Let's see it all happening. That's what it's all about.
Well, it's good. So far, so good. I'm not going to complain. So let's. But this weekend we're going up to the north, the kind of mecca of netball. The northwest, and we're going to start the Youth Netball Premier League in the north, and it's going to be the under-12s who kick us off, and we've got a couple of special guests in the room who are going to be a part of those teams, well, one of those teams, and they're going to, well, I'm not sure if they're both in, but we know one of them's in,
they've arrived.
And yeah, we're just going to chat to them about Saturday and how they're feeling, what their expectations are, whether they've been spying on the under-12 South as well. And we're going to play our game, our score predictor game, and see if they can predict the games and the scores of some of the games to win some prizes. So that's what we're doing. So let's bring in India and Talia. There
we are. Oh, Talia she's a professional.
Talia or Talia?
Look at that.
Talia. So we've got Talia and India from Rivington. Girls, did you both play in my under-11s Netball Cup last season?
I did. No, I don't know.
Did any of you two come to Essex with the red? You did, Talia.
I didn't.
Cool. So we kind of got an idea of what you're about last season. I think, top of my head, I think you was in the top 10 of the national final. So we've identified you as one of the top 10 teams in the country at an under-11s level. So we now got you into a league environment. And you're probably aware we've started the Youth Netball Premier League down in the South. Have you been having a look at what's been happening with the under-12s Southern teams, or you're not particularly interested in what they get up to?
We've not really looked into it. No, not yet.
You're not been spying on them yet,
No, not yet.
No, maybe when you get towards the nationals, you do a little bit more spying when you have to play them. But yeah, you are starting your league campaign this season. We are tipping you to be one of the kind of probably top 4 teams because of your under-11s kind of performance you did last season. But a lot of things change in a short space of time. But first and foremost, let's start with you, Talia. Are you looking forward to it?
Yes, I am.
And what part of it are you looking forward to most? Because I don't know how much you know about the league, but it is quite different from the norm.
I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know what to expect really.
So, do you know much about what happens in terms of the infrastructure of it and what we do and stuff?
Not really.
Well, number one, you're going to get really excited now. You're probably not going to sleep tonight. Number one, I bring a big ghetto blaster and we played some really cool music, right?
Yeah, really cool.
So that's number one. Number two, spectators sit around the court, so it's very immersive for you as a player. So the spectators are literally on the court with you. Number three, Martin, FBL Smiler there. He live streams every single game. So you can watch the games live or you can watch them back. And after that, we do interviews after games. So you get ready for the interviews. Just don't slag off my umpires. They're very hard to find. Okay. Can you promise me that, you two?
Yeah.
Don't run down my umpires.
They're smiling. Look. Yeah, we promise.
Don't go on my interviews and say those umpires are rubbish, and I'm never going to play again if they're umpiring, because they're very hard to find umpires. And then what we do is we do highlight reels and we do review shows. So we basically, the whole point of this is to turn you two into superstars. So does that sound like a good plan to you?
Yeah.
Right, perfect. So India, we're going to go to you now. So what do you know? Let's look at the teams in the league. So we've got, I don't know if Martin can get it up at all. We've got like teams like Leeds Athletic. We've got Ellesmere Port, Oldham's under 11s, Oldham's under 12s, Wyre, Chester, DNA, Bury, and Oaksway. So what do you know about those teams? Give us some sort of idea of what you're kind of hoping for this season based on those teams in the league?
Well, we've played Leeds and Oldham a few times and it was neck to neck. So in the league, we would our team needs to work together to try and push past Oldham and Leeds and get closer to the top.
Yeah.
If we get to the top four, then we get to obviously go to the finals, and we will succeed at the finals.
So so have you beaten Leeds or Oldham before when you've played them?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So there you go. Setting your stall out early.
Yeah.
So
that's what we like to hear. Right.
So apart from Leeds and Oldham, what other teams have you played in there?
Yeah, DNA. They're quite hard to beat. They've got quite a good, strong team, but we are still pushing past them as well. We need to beat all of these good teams to get to the finals and beat everyone at the finals.
Oh, high hopes. So your coach just come into the room there and said, "We're aiming for number one." And if any of you two say anything else, you're going to be on the bench. So let's look at the games you're playing this week. So we'll go back to you, Talia. Sorry, is it Talia? Talia, sorry. I've got a really bad condition where I can't remember names. So you've got Wyre and you've got DNA. So I suspect, based on what you've just said, you're expecting 2 wins there this weekend.
Well, hopefully. It's always been quite close with DNA. It's always literally neck to neck. It's always been hard to beat them. It's always a really good game to watch.
And what kind of everyone kind of we watch some teams, and some teams are very defensive minded and some teams are very attacking. How would you kind of explain how your team plays? What is the kind of focus and what's the system?
Well, our defense is very good, but our attack is also very good. So I think they're about equal. There's not really one better bit, because we've got very good attackers and we've got very good defence. So it's like there's not really a better defence or better attack.
Cool. So I'm looking forward to the DNA. So the DNA game, well, this is going to be interesting because that's the game you're going to have to predict the score later to try and win a pair of trainers, you two. Yeah, so the fact that you're drumming this up, excellent. We can put that onto Instagram and hopefully get more tickets sold. That's fantastic. You get your 1%, don't worry. But overall, obviously, you're very excited. You wanna win at a national level, and yeah, well, hopefully, we're going to help you facilitate that and give you the platform you deserve, girls. So it's been a long waiting for this league to start. What have you been doing in training? Is it do you train tactically, or is it just about working on the basics?
Well, we focus Lisa and MJ, our coaches. They're really supportive, and they help us get our stamina and fitness up. And we work on so say if in Saturday games we have some faults or errors in the games. On the Wednesday that we train, we always try and correct those errors and try and do drills to try and stop them from happening in games.
So yeah, so would you say so you're training this week? Would it be where you would go and kind of set up kind of the team that's starting and kind of run drills to tactically understand what you're coming up against, or like you said, is it just doing a lot of fitness work and being ready physically for the game?
Yeah, we try and we prepare for whatever's ahead of us. Sometimes we've not played a certain team for a long time, so we don't know how good they're going to be. So we try and prepare ourselves for any game that we have ahead of us, and we're prepared to win.
So what positions do you two play then?
I play wing attack or centre.
I play wing defence, sometimes centre and goal defence, but most of the time wing defence.
Okay, cool. So we've got someone who's got to stop the goals and set the plays up, and we've got someone who's got the artist in the room, the creative one, who's going to paint the picture. No pressure. So, hopefully, you are looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it, and we know how good you are as a team. And we wish you the best of luck. But before we let you go, because it's probably past your bedtime, am I right in saying that? We're gonna play a quick game. The game is basically you've got to predict the scores. Well, you've got to predict who wins, and depending on how you do, depends on where you go on our leaderboard. And the very last game of the day, the 6 o'clock game, you've got to predict the score of that game. And if you get the score right, you could win yourself a pair of trainers, netball trainers, not going down to JD Sports and getting a brand new pair of Nike Air Force Ones or something, right? And it's the terms conditions bit. That's for a price of up to £50, not 500. So
I heard him say 500, didn't you, girls? Definitely 500.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you the fixture, and you're going to tell me who you think is going to win. Now, in the previous weeks, we had Lila. I think it's Lila. I think they called it. She got 7 out of 10, Martin, and Ava last week got 9 out of 10. So no one's hit the full 10 out of 10 yet, and they both got the score prediction wrong. So let's see how these two get on. So let's start with you, India. Ellesmere Port and Oldham, under 11s. Who do you think is going to win?
Oldham.
Oldham, under 11s.
Don't go to Liverpool now.
So Talia, your turn.
Can you say it again?
So Ellesmere Port or Oldham, under 11s. Who do you think wins that game?
I'm going Ellesmere Port.
Oh. Right, we'll stay with you, Talia. Bury or Chester?
Chester.
That was quick.
That was, wasn't
Didn't have to think about that one, did you?
Ooh.
And with you, India?
Chester.
Just going Chester as well. Cool. I'm just letting you know, if you are in the top, say, I think we're going to do the top 5, or we'll probably make up as we go along, but top 5 for now. You're going to come to an end of season kind of finale where the best score predictors will go head to head against each other in some sort of ENG quiz. So again, I don't want to excite you too much because you got to go to bed and go to school tomorrow. But this is what we do here. Let's stick with you, India. So Ellesmere Port or Oaksway?
Oaksway.
Everyone in Liverpool right now, or near Liverpool, are not happy with you.
Oh, yeah. Stay away from Liverpool. Stay away.
And Talia, what do you think? Ellesmere Port or Oaksway?
Not quite sure. I'm gonna go with probably Oaksway.
Ooh. Is that your final answer?
Someone's just messaged there to say they will win. Right, Talia, we're staying with you. Oldham under 11s or Bury?
That's a close match. Probably.
This Oldham under 11s team are good, by the way.
Are they? I don't know. I'll go with Oldham then.
I didn't mean to sway your mind.
Steering, mate. Steering. Oh, is that allowed?
India.
I reckon Oldham.
Oh, Oldham. Look at that.
Oldham. This team were in my my themed Netball World Cup event. They're under 10s in the summer, and it's quite incredible how such young kids can play such fast netball and shoot from miles away and score. So India, Chester or Oaksway?
Chester. And the same to you, Talia?
Chester.
Chester, okay.
There. All right.
Okay, next one, Talia, Leeds or Wire?
Wire.
Ding. Ding.
Is that your phone, Talia?
It's like she's on a game show. And India, Leeds or Wire?
Leeds.
Okay. Staying with you, India, DNA or Oldham?
Oh, this one's really hard.
Have you got friends in both teams, have you?
No, they're just really hard to beat. I reckon DNA.
DNA. And you, Talia?
I think I'm going to go with Oldham.
Ooh, we have a split there.
And Talia, staying with you. Oh, I wonder who you're going to pick here, Rivington or Wire?
I think Wire's a really good team, to be honest. I think.
Yeah, have you? Before you answer that, I've just got notification that the Wire girls are all 6'2".
And come with body.
So who are you picking?
Rivington.
And you, India?
Rivy.
Yeah. Even though all the Wire girls are 6'2".
Yeah.
Fair enough. I did warn you.
Yeah.
Staying with you, India, Leeds or Oldham?
Oldham.
And you, Talia?
Oldham.
And I'm going to say it, but I know what the answer is going to be. So, Talia, DNA or Rivington?
Rivington.
And I'm going to stick that down for you as well, India. Yeah. Can you just confirm you want Rivington, yeah, India?
Yeah.
I don't want you shouting at me. Okay. Well, what we do now is we're going to do a score, and you got to predict the exact score. Now, I'm not going to get you to do that for your game because normally it's a 6 o'clock game. So I'm going to get you to do it for the 5 o'clock game. So if you predict the correct score, the exact score of the Leeds Oldham game, you can win yourself a pair of netball trainers. Okay, are you up for this?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, mate, there was not even a yes. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Give me.
So here we go. So India, Leeds Athletic or Oldham? Who do you think's going to win? No, sorry, not win. Give us the exact score of that game. You have said Oldham will win it.
I think Oldham would be 14.
14.
And Leeds would be 9.
Ooh.
Low scoring game.
Defensive game, then, you're trying to say, yeah? Do you know these games are 36 minutes, right? And Talia, what do you think?
Well, after 36 minutes, then I'm going to go for a bit of a higher score than India. Probably going to go for 22-19.
22-19. India, were you aware it's a 36-minute game? Are you happy with your score you've put down?
No, let me change that. I'm going to change it.
Go, change it. I'll give you the opportunity to change it. Go ahead.
I think Oldham 26 and Leeds 23.
20. Well, that's not a bad one. Bad shout. Cool. So there you go. If any of those scores are exactly the score you've said, you will be walking on the court with a brand new pair of trainers. Okay. So
crying.
Oh yeah, I will be crying. So girls, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. We look forward to seeing you Saturday for your first game of the ENG Under-12s Youth Netball Premier League Northern Conference. Thank you for coming on, ladies.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Lovely girls, mate. Excellent. Great start to the North and the interviews.
Well, while we're on there, Martin, let's just have a little. Let's go through. So yeah, this Saturday we are in the North. 10 games as ever. We've got Ellesmere Port taking on Oldham Under-11s, Bury against Chester, Ellesmere Port against Oaksway, Oldham Under-11s versus Bury, Chester versus Oaksway. Then the second half of the fixtures: Leeds versus Wyre, DNA versus Oldham, Rivington versus Wyre, Leeds versus Oldham, DNA versus Rivington. So a load of, again, if you look at the stature of these clubs, some big games here. We do have experience with some of these teams from our Under-11s Netball Cup.
That one.
Say again, mine.
I'm looking forward to Leeds versus Oldham.
Yeah, I think for me that's probably
derby stuff going on there, mate.
Yeah, that's a standout game. But we have seen like teams like Ellesmere Port. They did really well. They got to the nationals of our Under-11s. Plus, they won the Midlands heat, so they're going to be competitive. There's Rivington, obviously, top 10 in our Under-11s national finals. Leeds Athletic, the same top 10 team, if not top 4. Was it? They were in the top 4. I think they were 4th. Yeah, they were 4th. Leeds Athletic were 4th overall. So, again, a lot of we've kind of seen how good they can be. So let's see if they can take that form into this league. But then, obviously, you've got big clubs like Bury, Oldham, obviously. Wyre, another big club, Oaksway, Chester. It's just completely and utterly ram-packed. The team I'm looking forward to seeing kind of the most is the Oldham Under-11s. I saw them in the summer as an Under-10s team. They look they're such a cool, they're just ballers, they're like the proper ballers. So it'd be
Mercs and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they get on as an Under-11s team. Historically, in our Under-12s leagues, haven't done particularly that well, but I've got a funny feeling they will. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they get on overall this season. But if you was to ask me now, who are potentially going to be the top 4 teams, you're probably looking at based on what I know, Rivington, Leeds Athletic, Ellesmere Port, Oldham are probably those 4. Oldham Under-12s, those 4, based on what we know, look the most likely. But again, what I know, you can write on that fingernail.
Yeah, that's true. Give you that one, mate.
But based on what I know, they're the teams that I feel will be pushing for the top places. But just genuinely looking forward to seeing how the games pan out on Saturday, so we can paint a picture and basically cross-reference them with the under 12s league, so we can kind of gauge which league is tougher and who looks most likely to qualify for the nationals, and then if they do qualify for nationals, who will potentially play who. So all the exciting stuff
as we come in the few weeks, mate.
Yeah, a few months. Yeah. So no, looking forward to it. The tickets are now available online, so if you go online, you can now start purchasing your seat to watch the games. So we look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Oh, here we go. Lisa's getting very active on this chat. 1 to 4 as it's on the table on screen will do us. Hey, look at that. She's happy the way it is, mate.
just leave it there and bung us a few hundred quid and a few thousand.
Yeah, there you go. Just keep it there. Just ignore all the results that come in. Yeah. I like it when Lisa put that Rivington are aiming for first place in the north. That's what I like to see. You should be saying the whole country, Lisa. So I'm a bit disappointed in that sort of coach talk.
Lisa is by far one of the most direct people I've ever met in terms of just telling you exactly how it is. Right. And well, maybe we should get her on. We should start interviewing the coaches after games, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Do you know what? That's actually a great idea, I think. What do you think, people? Put that in the comments. Do you think the coaches should be interviewed after the games? I think that's
yeah. But you know what? We're trying to start grabbing some coaches and
well, they should. Yeah,
and getting their perspective on what's gone down. But I sometimes fear what they're going to say, so maybe we just stick with the kids.
Mate, there is that bit, when they get angry, and I know, and I go, "You're right." They're like, rah, rah, rah. "I'll go, okay, fair enough. Right, I just got to set up the next stream, so I'll leave you alone."
Be good for the view count, though. But once again, we look forward to seeing you Saturday. And the North. Let's see if the North can reign supreme. If we look back on the historical wins, Oldham won the first. No, I'm just trying to think. Oh, Eagles won the first under 12s national finals. Then it was Oldham. Then it was Kings of Power. So 1 South, 2 North.
Oh, how's that going to go this year?
So there we go. Okay, right. Let's have a little reflection on the weekend's stuff. Let's start with the under 15s because that was on Saturday.
There we go. Here we go.
Cool. So if I just go to myself as well, that'd help.
You're quite surprised they brought it up so quickly, didn't you? Ha.
Prepared. Okay, so the under 15s grew, very competitive. Some decent score lines in terms of nice and competitive. We had Team Beds and Royals 11-26. Ryland, Little Sutton 35-25. Team Bridge 16. Team Beds 30. Royals 32. Little Sutton 15. Then Team Bridge 20. Ryland 43. So Ryland, obviously, they won the league last season. They've come back and they've continued to form. They left the league in some really cool newcomers in that section. So like teams like Royals in particular and Little Sutton, they played absolutely superb. Royals obviously getting the 2 wins, but Little Sutton had 2 very tough games there. So the fixture list not very kind to them in that particular round. Team Beds done a great job. They got their first win. I think it's very important to get at least 1 win in the first round. So, Team Bridge, again, a couple of players missing, which meant they didn't have the full personnel they normally would have. And that showed in the kind of the score lines and stuff. But it was a good start to the under 15s. But then in the kind of the late afternoon, AP Saints Magic 21-18 to AP Saints. Very, very stop-starty game, and it could have gone either way until the final quarter. AP Saints pulled away a little bit, but Magic, we talked about this in the interview. They just struggle to kind of get over the finishing line when the games are really close, which is a shame. Sutton Town Shan won 28-21, but Sutton Town put up a really brave fight in that one, and Shan in the final quarter come through. But it was a great performance from Sutton Town. one I didn't expect, but it just showcased how good this league is. Then Stars Magic. Again, Magic played well. Stars were very sluggish. And Magic had them on the ropes for a little bit, but just, again, that final little push just was lacking. And they fell to their second defeat of the season already. So that was a loss of 28-21. No, sorry, no, 28-22. Then Sutton Town AP Saints. AP Saints improved a lot from the first game. 34-16 they won, and they're back. This is the team, Martin, that won the under-12s league all those years ago.
Ah, right, okay.
So they've still got some players who have survived over the last couple of years. But yeah, they're back. They're back in contention, which is a cool thing. Then the big get. Then I wouldn't say it's a big game. It's a London derby, but we kind of expected Shan to win this one, and they didn't. They lost by 1 point. Stars improved immensely from the first game they played. Maybe a rollicking from the coach was needed, and I think that's what they got. And they come out and they were a different animal, and they've kind of basically told the league, we're not just here to make up the numbers, we're here to win. So that's really thrown a spanner under the works, because it went against what we expected to happen. So it's good for the league.
Yeah.
And once we show the highlights, which are coming up now, we're going to go through the next set of fixtures, which I can assure you is a barnstormer. So make sure you get down for it. But we will discuss that after we see the highlights, the top highlights from the under-15s league on Saturday.
Nicely done there, sir. Oh, you've disappeared. Why have you disappeared? There you go. Don't know what happened there, mate.
By the way, that was the wrong video.
Under 15s.
No, the one I sent you was the one that before I edited it out, I accidentally put under 15s at the start of the under 14s one and edited it out in the. So if you were watching and you was an under 14s player, there you go. There's your highlights.
So hang on a sec. So right, that's confusing. So this one. So I haven't got the under 15s then.
Have I not sent you that one?
No, I've only got that. If you're saying what you're saying, give me 1 second. Let me just click the button on the other video that you sent me, and let's see if it's the same. Yeah, that's it under 4. Yeah, that's all I got, mate.
Yeah, I think the first one was the new edited version, which put 14 instead of 15. So I can send you it if you want, mate.
Send it to me while you're
we're talking about the fixtures.
You just got to. I love live stuff. All right, okay, that's interesting. Yes, because it does say under 15 at the front, mate. Oh, hang on, he's sending it. When he sends it, it's a bit. Right.
There you go. So cool. If we just scroll down to the fixtures then for the upcoming for the next round, this will showcase how.
Next round. There you go, mate. What you're doing now.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to look out on the website if you got the table of all the MVPs are on there. So when you're playing at the weekend, make sure you show the umpires what you're about, because they get to pick their own player of the tour, player of the days or games. And if you're top of the table at the end of the season, you will win the Umpires MVP Award, which is going to be a huge trophy. So make sure you perform. Don't slag off the umpires, otherwise you won't get it. So the next round of games, November the 11th. So we got 6th to 10th playing in the morning, or the first section of games. So Sutton Town, Team Beds, Magic Little Sutton, Team Bridge Sutton Town, Team Beds Magic, Team Bridge and Little Sutton. So we've got all those teams playing each other. Then in the afternoon, we've got 1st to 5th. We've got Royals and Shan, AP Saints and Stars, Ryland versus Shan, Royals versus Stars, Ryland versus AP Saints. It's mental.
It is actually.
So November 11th is going to be a very interesting round, because there's going to be a lot of teams with losses after that round of fixtures. I can assure you that, if not all teams might have a loss on their record after that round of fixtures. So that's how competitive that round is going to be.
It looks like it, mate. But I bet you they're looking forward to it as well, to be fair.
Yep. Well, let's hope so. If we do our job well, then they should be, shouldn't they?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just looking at your MVP table as well. So it was like, oh, right. We've got the ones. But I saw you taking their photos and everything. They look very happy about being, elected.
Yeah. But that's
download that video, mate. I might have to let you run rogue on your own for a minute while I quickly divert to another system so I can download.
It's not a problem, mate. So let's go to the under 14s then.
All right, I'll leave you with that, and I'll quickly just pop off for a second and just get what you need.
Okay, so Martin is going to go and sort out the highlights, and let's have a look at the under 14s. Southern Conference. So Sutton Town, AP Saints. I think Sutton Town weren't expecting the performance levels of AP Saints, and nor was I, to be honest. That they performed superbly in that game. They've all turned up after the summer 2 foot taller. So yeah, a tougher game than I think Sutton Town were expecting. Magic MK Dons, new team, very impressed. A team that I feel can potentially, most likely will get top 4, if not push for the top 3 places, if not push for the league title. So very much looking forward to seeing how they get on this season. Then we have Turnford Sutton Town. This was Turnford's B team from last season. So, they played Sutton Town 42-13. Sutton Town won. AP Saints Magic, fantastic game. One of the best games I've seen in a long time. It was kind of, you had one team who were tall, strong. The other team slick, skillful. And it was a great game. AP Saints went ahead quite well in the first quarter. Then Magic started to chip away at the lead, and they could have won it with 2 seconds to go. Unfortunately, the shooter missed, which is the terrible thing about a shooter. You get the praise when you score them, and unfortunately, you put yourself in situations where you sometimes feel you've let the team down. But that's the part and parcel of being a shooter. Then MK Dons played Turnford 41-16 there to MK Dons, who had a very impressive opening round. Then Stars took on Essex. Again, another great game. Essex Open were about 4 minutes away from stopping Stars winning their 21st game on the bounce in this league. Unfortunately, kind of Stars' champion mindset kicked in, and they dug out the win in the last couple of minutes. Then Shan played Conquerors. Conquerors were unlucky. One of their players got injured quite early, who was pivotal to their team, which kind of maybe made it a lot tougher than it probably could have been. They lost 27-13. Southend Sapphires and Essex Open 22-13. Essex Open are a great addition to this league. They qualified via a qualifying competition, and very much looking forward to seeing how they develop over the next few months. Then we've got Stars versus Conquerors, 38-18 that game, Stars. And they got their 21st and 22nd win in a row. So let's see if anyone can stop them this season. Then Shan versus Southend Sapphires. This game did get stopped with around 3 or 4 minutes to go because of a terrible injury from, just checking something. Yeah, a terrible injury to one of the players. Which was a massive shame. Southend Sapphire player. She is okay. We did believe she might have had to, an ambulance might have had to come and pick her up, but in the end, she was well enough to kind of drive home and get checked over in her local hospital. And I believe she is the injury is not as bad as we first suspected. So I think it's Liv from Southend Sapphire. So get well soon. Hopefully she'll be back in round 2. So that was the roundup of games. I think if you have been watching, the highlights have come on for the under-14s. Remember, be sure to look at all the stats and MVP tables and highlight reels. I did send an email today, which took me forever. Like literally slowly downloading videos and highlight reels, and it was tedious, and my head was just going to pop. But I got there in the end. So again, we're going to keep you informed a lot better this season than I probably did last season via emails and stuff. Social media wise, we're always on point, but when it comes to emails, probably need to send a little bit more out to keep everyone engaged and focused on what's happening in the league. But that's the roundup. And I don't know if Martin can hear me, but if he's ready with the under 15s highlights, we'll get them on. Martin, where are you?
I'm here. I'm here. Right.
Yeah.
I need to. They haven't arrived yet from what I downloaded. But if you can spam, what do they do in the TV shows? They call it. What do they call it? Spanning. So you need to keep them entertained for the next 3 minutes.
Well, to be honest, can you not get it up on YouTube? Just share your screen.
Could do. Let's have a
so if you go to my ENG Sports YouTube channel, it's up. The under 50, the under 40. No, we've done the under 14s. The 15 ones up there, so you can maybe just share it with your screen.
Right, YouTube home. ENG Sports. What says your site's been taken down? Your channel's been taken down? There we go. Let's do this. Under 14 South highlights round 1. This one?
No, we did that one already.
Oh yes, of course we do.
Yeah, 15th.
Right. Da-da-da-da. There we go. Here. And there we go, sir. Finally.
There we go. If you've got to put the sound on, but never mind.
I didn't forget to put the sound on. It's because oh, there goes my sound. Look, there we go. Oh, look, it's now playing us. Well, look, you know, if somebody sent me the right file, we wouldn't be in this problem, would we?
No, definitely not. But no, looking forward to the weekend. And like I said before, been a very successful start to the season. Very exciting. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you all this Saturday in Manchester.
Oh, Manchester, we return to the north. How cool is that going to be?
Yeah, nice early starts, mine.
Yeah. Okay, mate. Brilliant. So that's
excellent.
It,
well, yeah, see you on Saturday, mate. And yeah, anyone, we look forward to seeing you Saturday. If you can't be there, don't forget you can live stream at fblstreamslive.com.
Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, everybody. Don't forget the comments, and we look forward to seeing you then.
In a bit.
I just got to change the adverts now. I've just moved everything around. There we go. Right, cool.